So what if the love that you've been searching for and seeking for your whole life has already been given you completely and totally, and all you ever need to do is just give it back? Welcome to Lightening Up with Bo, Lighten Up with Bo. Welcome to the Course in Miracles. Welcome to just whatever practice you're in life, not taking it so freaking seriously. Big smile, big breath. Nothing that your mind is telling you about fear and anxiety, loss and worry is true. Doesn't mean you're not experiencing it as so, but it's not the reality of what and who you are. For me, all spiritual practices, whether you're doing the Course in Miracles or not, the only true practice is one that guides you home to who you really are, to what you really are. Not a body that can get old and die, but an infinite spirit that might decide to animate a body. And remember that you're not the body, but something so much greater and so much grander, that we share an eternal reality that is beyond the identification, this limited state of seeming separateness and eventually death, birth and death, the dream of duality. What are you talking about, Bo? I'm getting there. So thanks for being here, everybody. Whether you're doing these lessons or not with me, we're on lesson 225. I just hope you feel lighter. I hope you feel a little bit at ease when you leave here today, whatever brought you here. So let's get into lesson 225 in A Course in Miracles. Thank you for being here and subscribing and sharing and liking and being a part of this journey that we're on. My only intention is that you feel your own light and become a fearless expression of the light we are in whatever way makes you or brings you or reaches the joy within you, and that you become that expression for the world. That's my only goal. I'm grateful that you're here with me, but I hope these videos are just getting you in touch with that part. So lesson 225, we're now in the part of the Course in Miracles practice where you've done a lot of inner work. You've looked, you've meditated, you've contemplated, you've read a lot, and now we're just in this quiet kind of prayer / invitation and just meditative practice where you're going inward all the time. You're staying in an inner state all the time, expecting the remembrance of who you are to dawn upon your mind. That's all that's happening. That you maybe sometimes uncomfortably come up against the things that you thought were so valuable, and those are starting to lose their grasp. You feel a little disoriented. Cool. That's okay. The ego in the dream world wants you hooked. The greatest drug of all time is the dream itself. It's all the stuff that we think are valuable here. So I hope these practices are loosening your mind like they have mine. So lesson 225 is God is my creator. Or let me say that again. God is my father. God is my mother. God is the creator. And its child, its son, its daughter, whatever you call it, its child loves it, loves him, loves her. I changed the language to make it relatable for wherever your mind might be. But the lesson reads, God is my father, my creator, and its child, its son, loves him. Now, as you know, I've been putting together a little quick breakdown, but before that, remember that these lessons right now are steeped in the foundational idea of what is forgiveness. At this point in A Course in Miracles, there is a foundational idea to steep your mind in while you're practicing. About every 10 to 20 lessons, there's a new idea. As I mentioned, I will not read it in its fullness. That is for you to do every day before your meditation. What is forgiveness can be found just before lesson 221. You should be reading it every morning or night if you're doing 2 meditations, or at least if you're doing one longer meditation, like half an hour, you're reading this idea. I will summarize what is forgiveness. Forgiveness is a state of being where the separate me that we think we are that judges apart from love, well, but I have all these foundational aspects that give me good reason to know and to judge and to decide what I'm looking at. I don't need God's help. I don't need your help. I know what's going on. A mind of judgment where we label, condemn, criticize, and call what we think we know about anything in the world, which is a way we unknowingly attack and judge our equals, our brothers, our spiritual sisters, when we think we know apart from love, apart from oneness, apart from God. And true forgiveness doesn't pardon illusions. True forgiveness doesn't forgive fantasies. True forgiveness is an inner forgiveness. As the Course in Miracles says, all forgiveness is truly self-forgiveness. I forgive the mind that tried to think outside of perfect love. And anytime I'm looking outside of my physical body, discerning without love, without breathing and going, what's real here? Let me not decide. It's not so much about needing to understand the truth of what we see. It's just forgiving the mind that tries to know apart from God, to decide, to label, to create. So we never made anything apart from love. Forgive my mind for trying to use the world to separate myself from love. So true forgiveness is letting go of all judgments that I thought I had about anyone or anything that had any reality to them. Let me forgive my mind for thinking it knew anything apart from God. But you'll decide and feel in your own instinct what that 6 paragraph says when you read it. Now, I will do the quick breakdown where I've written about a paragraph to lay a foundation to hopefully make your reading and your meditation more meaningful. So here is the quick breakdown that I've put together for lesson 225. So yesterday we sat with being loved completely by the source of everything. Today kind of flips it a little bit beautifully, because the way you actually get to keep the love and feel it fully blazing in your mind is by giving it back. And it's not some transaction. It's as a recognition that giving and receiving are literally the same movement. You cannot hold love tightly and feel it at the same time. You can't be gripping onto a love. Some of you might get honest. There's this idea that we love, right? And then if you get really honest, there's this idea that you could lose that love if you don't do something right or behave correctly or perform correctly or achieve correctly. You love until something goes wrong, and then all of a sudden you might lose the love that you have or give. But this is impossible. It was never love if it can be lost. The divine love is a permanent state of unending love. What God makes is forever. What we dream up here is pseudo-love, right? So it says that you cannot hold love tightly, grip it, and feel it at the same time. You feel it by letting it move through you. And here's what makes this one land a little bit quietly, a little bit more powerfully. The path ahead in these lessons, there's no more struggle. It is not more lessons or more effort or more figuring it out or more understanding. It is stillness. The way for all of us is open. You are walking it right this second as you're doing these lessons. And you are not walking this path alone. Every single person, every single human expression doing this work alongside you is walking it with you, because all minds are joined. Yes, I absolutely believe and would love to be in a physical proximity with beings regularly that are walking this path, feeling that felt connection of practice. But whether I'm in physical proximity or not, I know that I am walking the path with many. The journey that felt so long and so hard is ending. It's coming to an end, and it is ending in absolute peace. So that's the foundation that I would put forward before you do your practice. So now let's go into the reading of the actual lesson and go over the meditation practice. As a reminder, if you're in the Course in Miracles, you know, because you've been doing it for hundreds of days. You are in a place where it is suggested that you, after reading the forgiveness passage and then reading this lesson, you're doing either 2, let's call it 10-minute meditations, one in the morning and one at night. or a long 30-minute one. And then in between meditations and all throughout the day, calling on the intention to be reminded of the idea that is foundational to where we are in the Course in Miracles now, which you could be calling on a few things. I am not a body, I am free. I am not a physical skin suit. I am a limitless soul remembering what it thought it lost, but never did. I am not a body, right? Or it might be the actual idea for the day. God is my creator and its child loves it, right? You'll call on these ideas to come into your mind every hour, every hour, just to remember what you are steeping your inner journey in all through the day. You're in a space where you're calling on God to speak to you, to restore to you what you are, and to stand as a light and a lamp and a lighthouse for that expression wherever you go, whoever you're with, whatever you do. You, Bo, Mike, Sarah, Sally, whoever you are, don't have to do anything. We constantly remember the Christ I am is alive in me. It is moving through me. The Holy Spirit is using all my dream faculties to bring this awakening to all minds. And I need do nothing but accept the truth of what I am. So let's read the lesson. Lesson 225. God is my Father, and its Son loves him. God is my Creator, and its child loves it. The prayer and invocation before you're going into meditation: Father, Mother, Great Spirit, Father, Love, Creator. Hello, green beetle. The green metallic beetle is back. It's flying around my window every day. Hello, green beetle. Shiny green metallic beetle. I'll come say hi in a second. Okay, back to the prayer. Father, Mother, Great Spirit, I must return your love for me. For giving and receiving are the same. And you have given all your love to me. I must return it, for I want it mine in full awareness, blazing in my mind, and keeping it within its kindly light, inviolate, beloved, with fear behind and only peace ahead. How still the way your loving child is led along to you. How still, stillness, the way. And then our brother Jeshua, our brother Jesus, speaking directly to all of our minds through this practice as it was channeled so many decades ago. Brother, it's calling all of us brother, right? Whether we're a male or a female, brother is a word that denotes the kindred nature of our relationship, of our familial relationship. Brother, we find that stillness now. The way is open. Now we follow it in peace together. You have reached your hand to me, and I will never leave you. We are one. We are one. And it is but this oneness that we seek as we accomplish these few final steps which end a journey that was not begun. We end a journey that has never begun because it's, again, awakening from a dream. When you go to sleep at night, you think you go on this crazy journey, and then you wake up and realize you never went anywhere. So is the soul living in an eternal space outside of time and duality, dreaming that it went into an experience of duality, life and death, and opposites, right and wrong, good and bad. But we think we're on a journey that never really begun. Glory be to God that that's the truth. Let my mind accept this, and all things that are not this be undone. Let me give what I have received, that I remember who I am. So enjoy your meditations today. Practice lightly, practice playfully, practice joyfully. Expect the love and the light and the communication of God to continue to blaze in you. Let my mind accept what is true only. Let me want what is true only. Let me put down the pseudo solutions for love and joy and peace and accept the only thing that can give it to me, So thanks for being with me. Now, to close out this lesson, if you look in the video description, you're going to see 3 things. I wrote a book called Unwrapped. It's a playful journey to help you meet the aspects of yourself that you didn't know you were caught in. We can't really unwrap while we're keep clinging to these characteristics of a self that were never us. They're not bad or wrong. They're just not aspects of who you really are. But most of us cling to these and say, well, this is who I am. Or we live in them and we don't even realize it. We're a victim by everyone and everything, and everybody else is always victimizing us. And we're right about what the world and people are doing to us. We're so right about the experience we have about them. Well, that's victim, but that's not who you are. That's the part of that ego self that wants to keep you believing that you are this limited self. So it's a playful way to meet the aspects. I give you a radical kind of journey through my life, how they kind of came about, and then meeting the lighter sides beneath them, which, if allowed, those lighter sides really lead us back home to the true self. So that's there. There's a description. There's a link to my website if you want to reach out to me. You need support. You want me to come speak to some group of people wherever you live in the world, whatever. You can reach out to me. It's all on my website. As well as I made an app that I told you I am excited. I am merging with my friends. Mine is more of a web app that you can set to your home screen. But yes, as I told you, once it merges with my friends, it will be live for the world. And I'll let you know that one will be, I'll let you know when it's there. But I'm excited. Thanks for all of you that have accepted the messaging on the app for me. It's great to have community. You are not alone. Feel free to reach out to me there. So stay light, stay blessed, stay peaceful, and I'll see you on the next Course in Miracles lesson 226. Be well.